Excuse me. I believe you have my stapler.
Fight!
Staple versus.
All right. Staple versus. Oh, we got to talk about last week.
Oh, yeah. All right. What did we do last week?
If you guys don't know how this game works, we are going to be voting for, you guys are going to be voting, not we aren't. We aren't doing anything. You guys are voting for the cards. We have 2 cards. Oh, man, my mouth is still burning. I'm curious about when we do the jelly bean ones at some point. I'm curious how those are going to be because I don't know if they're really that hot, like as advertised. They look like they're really hot, but it says warning. It says warning.
It says warning. Yeah. Of course they are. It's called packaging.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Okay. So you guys we have 1 spot left in the deck, and we have 2 choices for 1 card. And you guys have to vote. It's on Twitter, it's on Discord, it's on YouTube, all the 3 places. At the end of the week, before the next cast, we tally it up, and then we announce the winner. Last week we had Torrential Gear Hulk versus Snapcaster Mage. Both cards I never play. As you can tell from the first arguing, I was like, yeah, play the sorcery at flash speed. You're like, nope, that's not how it works, Adam. That's all right.
I mean, that's all right.
So
you can lie. I lie all the time.
With that downfall, who do you think won last week? Who should have won? So let's take the bit away and reveal
who should have
behind
won?
the curtains.
Okay. It depends on how fun people are. I think they're both solid cards. One goes over the top. Torrential Gear Hulk is just if you're playing cards from the graveyard, you're self-milling, you're doing all that kind of stuff. I think. And that you have a couple of cards that you would love to hit for 6 instead of 8 or 9. I think Gear Hulk fills that spot. But it's very narrow. Again, it's more fun, I think. It has a body, like everything that we talked about last time. You're just
doing excuses. What is?
But Snapcaster is the better card.
Okay.
You're able to play your cantrips, your ramp, your burn, like all that cheap removal. That's where you're getting your value in. You have a little speed bump that it can block, and that's good. That's fine enough. There's blink ability for both of them, but Snapcaster Mage, in flexibility wise, is the better card.
My personal opinion with it would be I like Torrential better because of what you brought up last week is the free play of that card.
Yeah.
The not being able to play sorceries is kind of a big downfall and the casting cost, but of the 2, I know Snapcaster Mage is used so much. It was fun fact for you guys. Wasn't it Snapcaster that I told you needed to sell, or was that Jace?
Jace.
It was Jace. Never mind. Fun fact has been taken away.
So I mean,
out of the 2, really quick, I would pick Torrential for my decks. Like that's what I would like to play.
And I saw a lot more comments saying Torrential Gear Hulk, which I thought this was going to be like 75-25 in
Snapcaster.
Yeah, I thought that'd be Snapcaster.
So Discord
because
agrees.
Essentially, like mono wise, as long it's 2 mana to play Snapcaster, and as long as it's 4 or less, it's a better card. And then if you're playing, instance of 5 or more, it's better for Torrential Gear Hulk. And you're just not able to get that many instants that high into the graveyard quick unless you're like self-mill, more niche.
Yeah. So Discord agrees with you. 63% votes for you. Fuck you, Discord.
That's how it should be. That should be.
The rest of the world does not agree with you. Twitter and YouTube, the highest you got was on Twitter with 33%. YouTube was 31%. It was a landslide for Snapcaster Mage. I didn't do the totals because once YouTube hit and it was up there, I was like,
it's not.
It was done. So let's put the crown on. Oh, look at that!
That is the second time I've seen Wildfire Devils show up, Gwen. I don't know what's going on. Over in the Exile, they were talking about it too. That's fine.
Well,
But it was not a downpour, Ren Shine. It's I don't like wearing this damn crown anyway.
Larry doesn't like to show his hair, his crazy hair. I like seeing his nickel bolus on the bottom of his hat. That's my thing there. Okay, so this week, what do we have here? Man, I think I chose a good shot because it's still burning. So that's a good thing.
That's
right there.
not a good shot. This is the easy one. You're not supposed to be picking the shitty one yet.
Well, no, that wasn't a dirty shot. It was just a hard shot to take. I didn't want to do like a good whiskey and be like, this is tasty. Like, has to be kind of bad.
Yeah, all right. Okay. I'm going to be talking about Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, which is a land that comes into play and turns all lands into play into forests. They have their other types and stuff. Okay, it's right there on the screen.
There
Great.
you go. Yavimaya.
Glad you did that.
Hey, you noticed what I did there? I almost was going to give you, like, I was going to try to pick the shittiest art, and I did the proxies of them. Yes. Yep. And you know why I did that? Because I wanted Urza Saga to at least look better than the fucking art that they have.
Wow. Shots fired.
Plus, no, it promotes us. I mean, that's a fucking, that looks amazing. Like, I like how that's one of my favorite.
If you like these proxy versions on YouTube, you can become a patron and request both of them.
Okay, good job.
In foil.
I am impressed. That was good. Oh, Renshai, sorry, we couldn't see your comment there. We'll jump back here. Well, let's get finish Yavimaya, jump back to Urza, and then
It's pretty simple. It's clean, and it's just better.
That's not what you're supposed to say. It makes everybody's each land a forest.
Each
and all
land
that.
is a forest in addition to its other land types.
Okay. Urza's Saga is also a land, but it's also an enchantment. It comes in, and you can tap it for a mana, and then each level, it's not a saga where you lose the previous level. It gains that next ability. So the first one is you can tap it for mana. The second turn, you can tap it for mana again, or you can make a construct, a 0/0, which actually is what I'm using in Akiri, because Akiri is based, gets 1+L for each artifact and all that fun stuff. So you can make a construct, and then on your third turn, before it is sacrificed, you could technically either tap it for a mana or make a construct before it is sacrificed. And then you go search for something, an artifact, which I learned as I was doing my Akiri. You can't get artifact lands because it doesn't have a mana value of 0 because it isn't a casting. So that, hey, the more you know. You learn something every day. So you get your soul rings and all that stuff. So, okay, let me get back to this. So people are making comments, and I feel bad that no one saw those unless you're watching the YouTubes on the side. What's your argument, Lowery? Come on now. Let's see. What do we got here, buddy? Cool story, bro.
Forest and green are the best color.
Oh, that's funny because I said green is the worst color. It is.
Wow.
Everybody.
That should
no
argument beyond
Gwen is on here as well
because
Gwen hates green, so I don't even know why she's.
No.
Because Gwen
the
likes
most hated
stuff
means that it's the most good.
The most good?
The most good. Yes.
The most goodest,
That
right?
is how the English, you understood me? English works. That's all that matters.
Well, texting with you is very interesting. I have to decipher a lot of things a lot of times.
It's in texting, yes, but that's because other issues.
It's because you type with your penis.
Forest walk is good. Being able to just forest walk into your opponent's.
Are you kidding? That's what I wrote on here. Said, who the hell plays fucking forest walk? Like, no one plays forest walk.
What do you mean, who the hell?
I wrote pointless.
Ojana
Look
of
at this shit.
I wrote a fucking staple.
I wrote, who the fuck plays forest? Let's see, get my finger right.
Look.
Camera. Who plays forest? Forests are pointless. And then was your main point. You said forest.
Well, okay, let's be honest. You reminded me we were doing this 5 minutes before the cast. And, okay. So there are plenty of cards that interact, care about how many forests you have. Something like Fruition, where you gain a life for each forest in play.
Renshai agrees with me. Who the fuck plays Landwalk? Who plays Landwalk?
Look.
What? Hey,
All right.
Hey, Lowry.
And then you have-
1990 called you. Sorry,
the game
1995.
wasn't out yet.
Sorry, 1995.
91 or 92, I believe.
95. Sorry,
Right.
that's right. Let's move it a little further. Let's get some Forest Walk going.
And then you have something like Beacon of Creation that can make a ton of snicks and snakes.
Why do you always bring Snicks?
Snicks, SNEK. That was a meme like from 5 years ago. All right. So I'm
like this,
I'm assuming you're gonna say 2017 is calling as well. I'm just calling on all these years right now.
Cole has a good point. Chatterfang has Forest Walk.
Yeah.
Well,
Who the
Chatterfang,
fuck plays? Who the fuck plays Landwalk? Oh, just some
Who's
really
attack-
good commanders.
Really? Who's attacking with Chatterfang? Yeah, I mean,
What do you
you're not
mean?
attacking
You
with
can.
Chatterfang.
You can. It doesn't matter.
you
It
can.
doesn't mean you can't. It means you can, because everything's a forest. It's just fucking walking on the treetops. All right.
That's how it works.
That's how Forest Walk for squirrels works. Of course it does.
What about
All
other
right.
guys that can't do that?
All right.
How do they walk on the forest? How do they do
What
the
do you
Forest Walk?
That gives your creatures banding.
How
Lowry?
about that band? I'm enjoying the chat a lot right here.
Yeah. No, they can go
it's the
fuck
whiskey
themselves.
talking.
But
Uh,
look, okay. There's plenty of cards that are looking for how many forests are in play or how many you control, and they're pretty cool cards. They're pretty cool cards. You should check them out.
Super boring. That is not why you're playing fucking Yavimaya. You're not playing for
What?
Forest Walk.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm getting caught up in the chat
Absolutely.
there. You're not playing for fucking Forest Walk. I mean, the only reason that you're playing this is to help with your crappy mono base. And you know what I would say with that?
Wow.
Build a better deck, Lowry.
No,
Damn it,
that's
I'm
not what
even-
you say.
No.
That's what I
No,
say. That's my
what I
button.
s-
You can't
that
just
is-
play it whenever I don't
can.
say it.
I have to find it though.
You
first.
just,
like
When you make
where
your
is
decks,
build
you
a
just
better-
sit there and press that button. You go, okay, I need to make this deck better. And then it's just like a
Why
reminder
can't I
from my
find build
voice.
a better deck?
It's-
Damn it!
Look,
Oh, there it is.
I would just say build a better deck.
That's what I'd say. If
I
you
do
have-
I do want
you're-
to point out Nissa Who Shakes the World. I think that
Oh,
you know,
don't
you
take
can
from
untap
the-
your
don't take
lands
from
with
the chat.
Nissa Who Shakes the World.
Don't
I get
take
it.
the
I get it
chat.
now. It only
You
affects
don't-
lands that are on the battlefield, but it's there's a lot of cool stuff that interacts with the amount of force that you have.
All
Uh-huh.
right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
What makes Urza Saga so bad? Go ahead.
Do you play with Crucible of Worlds?
No. Not anymore. I actually don't. I don't have it in
You're such a fucking
any decks right now.
liar.
I don't. I don't.
Okay, so we are assuming that this deck is
when
at
we talked
least
about this 3
green,
years
right?
ago, it was like
So
it's
wait,
in every fucking deck.
We're
and now it's
talking
not in any of them.
we are talking that this deck is at least green, right? So we have not only Crucible of Worlds, we have all the fucking bring back from the graveyard land guys. We have Reminop Excavator.
2001 called, and they want their Crucible Worlds back.
No, I'm talking about Reminop Excavator. Let's move back to
17
2017
as well. Look,
Yeah, hey, we got it on the same page there. So here's the cool thing about Urza Saga. Like I mentioned when I was describing it, you get at least a colorless mana. It is an enchantment and it's a land, so it's also fetchable.
you get
fetchable.
at least a
You-
colorless
stop
mana.
it.
Do you know how
Stop
bad
it.
that sounds in 4 and 5 and 3 color decks?
Hey, well,
All right,
then
go on.
you go get your mono rock that I don't know. You get
Shit,
it.
I play
get a Mox.
Yavimaya in a mono green deck. Whatever.
Whatever.
I can play Yavimaya in all the decks.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, just like you.
Oh no, I can. You can't play Yavimaya in all the
Yes,
decks.
You can.
Oh, 'cause
There's
it doesn't have
no
the symbol in there.
Yep.
Most people will hate you if you do that, but that's okay.
That's just because they're dumb.
But
I am very offensive tonight. Sorry if I offended you. Just calling names.
Urza's though, you get a colorless, which is fine, and I can search for this. That's the best part too. It's enchantment and it's a land, so it's
so
very
you went
easily
from the
searchable.
hardest thing to remove to the easiest thing to remove.
No,
Is in
what is-
enchantments.
what is the hardest thing to remove?
Enchantments.
So that helps. You actually added to my case because I thought you were
What?
going to say land was going to be the hardest thing to remove.
I heard easiest. Sorry.
I said hardest thing, and then he
Sorry.
said enchantments. I was like, well, no,
What's the
I thought you were
hardest
going to
thing?
say
I am right now, but whatever.
So it can be fetched. So I can go get this with the or not fetch, but you know what I'm saying? I can do it with enchantment.
You can't go get this with the fetch.
Shut your face.
I agree.
I can go get it with search for enchantments. I go get this, right? Go find that. I get a mana with it. And then I can maybe if I'm playing
shit, you got a mana with a land? That's so good.
And I can tap it to give me a construct that if I'm playing an artifact type of deck, it gets big, whatever. That's secondary. It works really good with Akiri. Like Akiri, I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But just in general, you're still using it for mana. But then on the third turn, you can tap it for mana. Then you can sacrifice it. Go get
on your upkeep. What are you gonna do with it?
There's a lot of stuff you can do on your upkeep. It's okay, baby.
What are you doing? What are you specifically doing?
Everything, because that's how I play. That's how I play, baby. Like I play instant speed stuff now. That's how I have to roll.
Do you? When did you start doing that?
Because that's how I have to roll. Because Attack of Smith is always fucking in play, so I have to play instant shit. Okay, then you go get your fucking Soul Ring. So now you have a 2-for-1. You're like, hey. I got rid of a land and now I have 2, or I went and got a mana crypt for 0.
It's such a bad argument.
But no, and then guess what? I'm gonna play
sacrifice a land to.
And then I'm gonna play my
Crucible
of Worlds or my Ramanop Excavator. I'm gonna bring it right back.
You don't.
And then it just goes all over, rinse and repeat, and I just go find. Oh, you know what? It's late game. Hey, guess
you're just gonna continue to skip your land.
Hey, guess
That's
what
you're doing?
Hey, guess what, guys? It's late game. I need to find some stuff. I need to set my top. Let's go get Sensei's top. I have one play. I can get Sensei's. I can set my top. I can figure out how I want all that stuff to go. It helps no matter when you get this. It's fucking amazing. It helps you tutor out when you don't tutor. It helps you find things that you need. I just
want to point out, over the 4 years we've been doing this, how many times have you said Lowery has so many fucking lands by the end of the game and he's doing it so... This is not how you do that. This is why you're complaining, is because of cards like Urza's Saga, and you're getting rid of a land. Just keep a fucking land and go play better cards.
Remember, actually, recently I have texted you multiple times. I was like, dude, because this is the argument. This is what it is. It's Urza's against Yavimaya. I have texted you after playing. I'm like, dude, Urza's does so much work. It's insane how much work this shit does. Because it's not what I'm saying here is you go search for a mana rock, but sometimes you go search for equipment. You go search for Shadow Spear. If somebody you can't target their shit or it's indestructible.
I don't even know that card. Which one? What is it?
I hate your
Next
face.
thing you're going to say is you can go get a skull clamp. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares?
It gives you answers on a utility land. This is fucking awesome. It is a great card. It is.
Yes, that is what you say. That's great.
That is what there was a lot of comments rolling in. I feel like everybody was against me with this. I think a lot of people hate Urza's because it's in so much. It's in so many formats, and it's in Commander, but it's not like it's used in all the other formats where it's 100% of the decks. Where Commander, it's a good amount. I mean, think of this. I'm going to give you a bump bonus here. Ready? Both of these cards came out a year ago, right?
Yes.
Can you guess how many Yavamaya's in?
120,000.
Well, you went way over. Now this doesn't sound as amazing. 80,000. But 80,000, dude, in a year. We say if it gets to 5,000, that's a good card. This is an 80,000 EDH Rec Dex. Urza's 55,000.
Yep. That makes sense.
I should have let you guess because you probably would have said 14 and that would have been funny. I apologize. I missed the opportunity.
I would have said 20, 30.
I have a hiccup.
It's a cute card.
It's not a cute card. Have you used it yet?
Card.
Being honest, have you used it yet?
There's a Saga?
Yeah.
Why would I play a bad card?
Because you got to know how these cards run. You haven't played Urza's?
No,
you can't knock it until you try it, buddy. And it works. I'm going to say this, and this is me taking the bit.
I'm not going to try drugs just because.
You don't know, buddy. You're going to try it. I've heard some good stuff about a lot of things. The thing is, I liked it, and then when I played it, I was like, it took a step up more than I thought.
Yeah,
it's that good.
A bias. All right.
I will say this: Yavimaya will have answers where or not Yavimaya, sorry, Urza's will have answers to things that you might need whatever part of the game. Like
that's
if you're
what
early,
tutors are. Yep.
But exactly. So it's a built-in on your land. Yavimaya is just a land fixing. Like it's like you're playing multiple colors.
There are plenty
it
of colors
helps
that work
you
with
those.
it. We just talked about
Yeah,
Chatterfang.
Well, we're not talking
There's
about
probably
Forest Walk.
40,000
God
of the
damn.
80,000
No.
there. Just
like
fucking good.
Renshai said, who the fuck plays Landwalk? Why would you? Who cares? Who cares?
Yes. That's
Look,
look.
if you're playing it because of the Landwalk, then I would just say build a better deck.
I would
Ignore
just
when
say
I said
build a
that
better deck.
Urza Saga was bad. Look, we know it's good, but there's a reason why the reason why the price is so high is because of Modern Legacy. Thanks, Renshai. And and it's just not that good in Commander over a long period of time.
Oh, are you
the card
kidding
just
me?
isn't
Whoa,
as good.
55,000 EDH rec decks. You can't say,
Yeah.
and it hasn't even been out a year.
There's roughly 30,000 people wrong there, right there.
55,000. When it gets over 5,000 is when we go, hey, that's good. In a year, if it goes 5,000 in a year, that's a good card.
Yep.
This is 55. This is 11 times more than when we say a card is good. So you can't even use that argument that it's not. This is a good card. They're
I'm just
both
saying
good
it's
cards.
Not that. It's not the
Who
price
plays
is higher
green
because of
anyways? No
Modern
one plays
and
green.
Legacy.
I don't play green. I play red.
In what? No, yeah, but that's why we make fun of you for just only playing red. Why
When do you
did
play
you
green?
put Yavimaya Cradle of Growth in your Kaima deck?
What? What deck are you talking about?
Your
I
red
replaced
green
it.
deck?
No, it's a blue black deck. We were talking about it tonight. I
Kaima.
changed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no,
changing.
it's
All right.
changing.
But did it
Because
go in there?
Because Yavimaya made it really bad, so I'm destroying.
That's not how
deck.
that works. That's just not how that worked. That's not.
Yes, it is. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not. Look, can you hit my button then? At least.
You're too far away.
I just want to say, build a better deck. Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Hey, I
that's
even
where
gave
we're
you
at.
a bump bonus of saying the 80,000, but you cannot deny that Urza's is a bad card because
I
it's
didn't
in
say it was a bad card.
55,000.
I mean, I have said it was a bad card.
Yes, you have said it multiple times. And why is
but
the
I
bet-
did say
why
the
is bet
reason
is on?
why the price is so high is because
Well,
of
no,
Modern
that's,
and
we're
Legacy.
not talking about the price. Yes, that is.
I know.
The reason
Well,
why the
that's
price
part
is-
of it. That's part of it.
Yes,
like price
that is the
oftentimes
reason.
makes you go like, "Oh, that's a better card." But we're talking about Commander. What would you rather play? Like Yavimaya is
I would
easier to
rather
slot into
play-
decks. You're just able to go like,
you're playing
okay,
a mono
forced
green
out,
deck-
Yavimaya in. My mana base dramatically gets better.
If you're
Urza Saga goes in, your mana base
it
dramatically
finds an
gets
answer,
meh.
dude. It finds, especially if you're playing the way we play, where we don't have tutors, like we don't have the vampiric tutor, or we don't have the demonic tutor, or we don't have the worldly tutors. We have to have answers other ways of not necessarily tutoring, but it is tutoring. Well, that's why we have the fetches. That's what we fix our mana. We fix things. And the thing is this isn't, you're not sacrificing it later to just go get a land or get mana. If you get it mid game or late game, then it's like, I don't need the mana. Now I need
Then it's a bad
no,
card.
no. Because you're going to get your Shadow Spear because you need to target something that's has hexproof, has lightning greaves, has indestructible on it. Now you're going to go get something that has an answer, or you're trying to set your top, or you're trying to figure out. So you're not continuously drawing land. You're using your Sensei's top. There's so many answers, whereas Yavimaya is just build a better
Like
deck.
3 turns.
And it doesn't fit in monocolored decks. Why, unless you're only Forest Walk. If you're monocolored and you're Forest Walk, well, let's go back to 1996 and then you go play back there. If you're playing a Forest Walk deck,
How about you go talk to elves? Elves will fucking slap you.
are you
sideways
kidding?
With
The
Forest
last
Walk.
the Stable versus with Trombley, you guys ripped into me for talking about fucking elves. Like,
Yeah, but that was then, not now. Like that's the big difference, right? That was like 2 months ago.
I am sorry, chat. I am not seeing everything because now I'm focused on arguing. I just keep seeing the messages pop up, and you're using them to your advantage. But I feel like once I
think
saw
that's a
everything
good
against
point, Gwen.
Urza's,
You personally said, oh, maybe I did say Urza's or Phyrexian Arena was too slow. Yeah, I probably said that. And so is Urza Saga. It's a slow card. It's too slow. You draw that late game, and it's a garbage card.
No, it is not. Late game, you use it to your advantage, dude.
With a colorless mana, and then you die. That's what happens.
So
That's
you're
what
saying
happens.
You're saying the last turn is what your late game is like. Late game is
Look,
one turn
you're
before
gonna
you
go
die.
tutor for a Sensei's Top on turn 10? Like,
No,
that's just not
Shadow
gonna help
Spear.
you.
Why is Shadow Spear not gonna be? Why is your favorite
I
card?
don't even know that
Basilisk
card.
Collar?
I already said that. You're gonna I don't know
Basilisk
it.
Collar. Basilisk
I don't know.
Collar. That was the one that you chose with Staple Versus.
Yeah, I did. That's a good card. I like Basilisk Collar.
It didn't win. All
didn't.
right. Do you have more arguments? Because I just have nothing else.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I understand that I'm going to be bitter next week. That's fine.
Well, guess what, guys? If you guys want to watch Lowery take a dirty shot, he's going to take one this weekend at SmithCon. Because he is going to lose, not for this. We're not doing dirty shots for this. There's no bet there.
No.
I am not agreeing to that.
The bet from last year, there's no way that there's a switch.
Yeah, unless all of a sudden it gets banned. and it
They are
tanks.
doing an they might be banning stuff on Monday.
But I don't think it would tank that fast to enough.
Well,
to
we're
get
doing
past.
it on Saturday. So
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, so that won't work. So we will be posting that. You guys can watch Lowery take a dirty shot. I'm still trying to figure out what we're going to do there. I don't know if you want to do a smoker's cough or do you want to do a smoker's cough?
No.
No. I'll pass.
We'll see what's there.